Rays went into Tuesday 5-4 against Boston in their previous 9 meetings this season. Top third, Marco Scutaro up. That's well hit, but Carl Crawford is there. Crawford laying out for it. Matt Garza loving the defense behind him. So there's 2 outs and nobody on. The next batter is Eric Patterson. And on the 10th pitch of the at-bat, he's got a full count and a home run. Patterson, the 16th player to homer for the Red Sox this season, and the game was tied at 1. Garza, 3 innings, 7 hits, and 4 runs. Top 4 now, 4-1 Boston. Patterson up facing Andy Sonnenstein. And it's the same result. Patterson's first career 2-home run game, and the Red Sox up 5-1. We go bottom 5 now. Rays trailing 5-2, runners on second and third, and 2 away. Pitch gets away from Kevin Cash. Crawford coming in. And the Rays chipping away down 5-3. 8 hits, 5 runs, and 5 innings of work for Matsuzaka. We go to the 6th now. Still 5-3. Matsuzaka, bases loaded, jam, nobody out. John Jaso with a base hit. Sean Rodriguez and Carlos Pena come in, and the game is tied at 5. Top 7 now. Tied at 5, bases loaded, 1 away. Grant Balfour facing Adrian Beltre, and he got him. So 2 away now. Randy Choate comes on to face J.D. Drew. And Drew down swinging, and the Rays out of a huge jam as the bullpen gets it done. Bottom 7. Pena at bat, 2 on, nobody out. Into the shift. Nobody's covering second. The Red Sox get Pena out at first, but no double play. So we got 2 runners in scoring position now with 1 out. The pinch runner B.J. Upton at third for Jason Bartlett. And here comes Upton. Upton didn't start. Had a meeting with Joe Madden about that before the game, and the Rays go up 6-5 as he comes home. Top 9 now. Rafael Soriano facing Kevin Youkilis with 2 outs, and Soriano gets him. Tampa Bay wins at 6-5, and they jump a half game in front of Boston. Joe Madden said it's getting back to the way it looked at the beginning of the season.
Well, Boston and Tampa Bay, of course, chasing the Yankees. New York beginning a 7-game West Coast roadie. First stop, Oakland, where Get Off My Mound is the popular shirt in reference to the earlier season dust-up between A-Rod and Dallas Braden, who will miss the series. He's on the DL. A-Rod line drive. Derek Barton throws to Ben Sheets for the out. Top 2, Robinson Cano. Hey, now you're an all-star. Coco Crisp doesn't care. You know what that is? Crispy. Top play nominee as well. Let's go top 2. 1-0 Yankees. Francisco Cervelli up with a man on third, and he singles up the middle. The man on third, Curtis Granderson, scores. New York up 2-0. 2-1, top 6. Mark Teixeira facing Sheets. And in 13 games as a Yankee against Oakland, that's his 5th home run against the A's. Teixeira goes yard, 14th on the year. It's a solo job. It's 3-1. Bottom side of the 6th, Javier Vasquez, Kurt Suzuki, and A-Rod. No aloha for Suzuki. Take another look. A-Rod getting down and getting it on. And look at Vasquez. He looked like Sheets applauding Crisp on his play. Vasquez facing Gabe Gross. Bottom 7. Granderson. I got it. He's got it. Beautiful catch there. Another top play nominee. Vasquez, 7 innings, 3 hits, an earned run in what was his 400th career start. Okay, bottom 9, 3-1 Yankees. Mariano Rivera facing Jack Cuss. Bartender! Oh, I'm sorry. We already gave last call. Cuss flies out. 3-1 Yankees win. 19th save for Rivera. That's 3 straight wins.
Taking on the Mariners in Seattle, Felix Hernandez with the ball for the Mariners. Top 7, Mariners up 4-2. Scott Posednik, little slapper. Michael Saunders will handle that one in the corner. Mariners still up 4-2. Hernandez, 7 innings, 2 runs, struck out 6. Brandon Lee pitching top of the 8th now. Runners at the corners. Alberto Callaspo with a base hit. Here comes David DeJesus. And the game is tied at 4. Bottom 8, 1 out, bases loaded for Milton Bradley. Robinson Tejada got him. 2 away. Next batter is Jack Wilson. And that's not going to hurt a bit. He got jammed there. And Tejada out of the jam. We go to the 10th now. Man on third with 2 out. Yuniesky Betancourt with a base hit. This off Chad Cordero. Here comes Mitch Meyer. And the Royals with a 5-4 lead. All right, so now bottom 10, 2 on, 2 out. Joakim Soria gets Josh Bard swinging. So the Royals win it 6'4", 23rd save for Sawyer. That's tops in the American League and tied for the Major League lead. Ball is coming out of Kevin Millwood's hand very well, and his velocity isn't there. Well, the velocity is pretty good when they hit it. Cabrera with a double to center. Miguel Cabrera into third. His 2-run score, 71 RBI in 81 games. Millwood, 4 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 walks in the first inning. Top second now. Orioles down 5-3. Miguel Tejada up the middle. Carlos Guillen's throw a bit high. Cesar Torres comes in to score. Orioles down 5-4. Andrew Oliver in the second inning, 4 hits, 4 earned runs, and a walk. So we got a pitcher's duel going here. Bottom 7, Tigers up 10-7, bases loaded. Brandon Inge with a base hit. 2 runs come in. Inge slides to avoid the tag at second, and the Tigers go up 12-7. So we go to the 9th. Orioles down 12-9. They got 2 on, though, 2 out. Is Torres up, and Jose Valverde will take care of him, and the Tigers going to win at 12-9. Start from Halladay, who's made a habit of making strong starts this season. Top first, Halladay facing Chipper Jones, and Jones will win this battle. Solo shot for Jones, his 6th. Bottom 5 now, still 1-0. Derek Lowe getting a little help from his defense. Shane Victorino over the first. Here's your guy, Neil. Eric Hinsky has got it. And then look at Hinsky. Slide into first before Victorino gets to the bag. Almost a collision between the two, but the Braves stay ahead 1-0.
Shane's a fast bugger.
Yeah, not fast enough. Bottom 6, runner on for Greg Dobbs. And that was not coming back. 2 runs, 6 hits, 7 innings for Lowe. That was really his biggest mistake of the game, but it cost him. Phillies up 2-1. Top 7 now. Halladay still in the game with a runner on. Melky Cabrera. 4-6-3 double play. Halladay just 78 pitches through the first 7 innings. That is efficiency. We go top 8 now. Still 2-1. Gregor Blanco on first. Blanco trying to steal second, but Dane Sardina in there in time. Sardina started for Carlos Ruiz, who's out with a head injury. Later in the inning, Halladay gets Martin Prado, struck out 7, keeps the Phillies ahead 2-1. We go to the 9th, 3-1 now. Halladay looking for his 7th complete game of the year. Omar Infante down swinging, that's 1 away. 2 batters later, here comes Brian McCann. Get him, and it's all done. Halladay, just 93 pitches, another complete game, and the Phillies going to win at 3-1. Halladay with his 7th complete game. That is tops in the majors.
The biggest snub, and he's doing some politicking with his stick Monday. Reds and Mets in New York. Top 1, Votto. Second pitch of the at-bat off Mike Pelfrey, who was also all-star worthy. Went 4 2/3, gave up 7 earned. So enough about him. More about Votto later here, though. 5th inning, tied at 1, bases loaded, nobody out. Scott Rowland, home plate umpire Jerry Meals calls Rowland out on the foul tip, and Dusty comes out and says, you know what, I think that pitch hit his arm. And the umpires, they get together and they say, you know what, I think Dusty might be right. And so they reverse and rule Rowland hit my pitch, and now Jerry Manuel says, oh, I do not like that call one bit. Do you want to borrow my glasses? Because I won't be needing them. I'm going to the shower. Still in the frame, 2 outs, bases loaded. Drew Stubbs, the 3 home runs against the Cubs Sunday. He'll settle for the single there. That scores 2. The Reds up 4-1. Let's go bottom 5, 2 outs, 2 on, 7-4 game. Mets down. Jordan Smith pitching. Alex Cora gonna shop at the gap. Jeff Francoeur, Rod Barajas going to score, and all of a sudden, we've got a 1-run game. Let's keep it at 1 run, go to the top of the 6th, and guess whose chi is center? Joey Votto. 2nd home run of the game, 21st of the season.
Is he an all-star?
He will be after the fans get done voting. Top 9, 1 shot ain't enough, Jack. You better make it. Almost 3. Just the wrong side of the foul pole. The right side was the wrong side. He would double in the at-bat. Francisco Cordero, bottom 9, man on, 2 outs. Cordero pitching for team shut it down. Gets Jason Bay to pop out, and the Reds win it.
Chavez Ravine opener of a 3-game set for the Marlins and the Dodgers. Picking up top 2nd. Marlins up 2-0. Russell Martin tries to pick off Mike Stanton at 3rd. Throw gets away. Stanton would score, and it's 3-0 Marlins. Take another look at it. Stanton slides into Casey Blake's foot, got his fingers wrapped up, and he stayed in the game. Top 3rd, 5-1 Marlins, 2 on, 2 out for the pitcher, Nate Robinson. And Cody Ross comes in to score. Eli, 2 2/3, 9 hits, and 5 earned runs. We go bottom 4 now. Dodgers down 6-2. Rafael Furcal, another all-star snub. Off Nate Robinson. Home run for Furcal, his 5th of the year. Dodgers down 6-4. Bottom 8, James Loney up. Andre Ethier will score. And the Dodgers now down 6-5. Bottom 9, L.A. hoping to make something happen. Leo Nunez on the mound for Florida, and he gets Furcal. And the Marlins going to win it 6-5. Furcal with the home run and a pair of RBI plays. I'll take evens because I know you want to do the wife carry. Number 10, Braves and Phillies. Jimmy Rollins at the plate. Martin Prado. You know, was it Bobby Valentine says he's the MVP?
Bobby V said something like that. All right, this is the wife-carrying championships in Finland, and I'm guessing a lot of Finlandia is is part of the plan here. I've got so many comments on men carrying their wives on a 273-yard dash, but the decree prevents me from saying anything except a Finnish couple took top honors.
Yeah, both of us ineligible for that competition. Red Sox and Rays, Ben Zobrist toward the Rays bullpen, and the bald dude makes the grab. They need to give that guy a number.
Hey, ball dude! Cubs, Diamondbacks, Starlin Castro, we just showed you tripling. How about this? The glove is a crutch. Chopper, and he bare hands it by Mark Reynolds, fires to first.
Sorry, Neil, the 808 getting robbed here. Kurt Suzuki over to third, Alex Rodriguez. Look at that throw. You know, you hear so much about A-Rod at the plate, and really deservedly so, but look, that's a rocket. Yankees win at 3-1.
All right, at 5, check out the fan. Careful, man. There's a beverage here. Yeah! Look at that dude. I am on Sports Center.
With
I caught a $5 baseball.
And I cut my sleeves off my shirt because it looks cool. Number 4, NBA Summer League, Nets and 76ers, Terrence Williams. Remember at Louisville, he could do some things, and he's doing some things in the Summer League. 76ers win it for 84-74.
At 3, Carlos Quentin. Turn it up to 11, Juice.
And that ball hit into right field hard. Look at the catch by Carlos Quentin. You gotta be bleeping me. Mercy. What an unbelievable catch by Quentin.
No, we're not bleeping you.
No.
Dude homered twice also.
Number 2, Cubs and Diamondbacks, Aramis Ramirez and Cole Gillespie. And he didn't even get dizzy. Great play in a losing effort. The Cubs going to win in 9-4. Thank you. Thank you.
At 1, Red Sox, Rays. Marco Scutaro thinks he's got something. And Carl Crawford says, yeah, you got something. You got the back end of the top play of the day because I made that catch in the gap. And we won the game.
And we pick it up top of the 4th. Terry Francona's got enough injuries. And now he may have another one to deal with. Kevin Youkilis wiping his foot across the dirt. Appears to hurt his foot. Francona and the Red Sox trainers go to check on Youkilis. And Francona would eventually take Youkilis out. They say right now he's just got right ankle pain. Victor Martinez, Dustin Pedroia, Jason Varitek, all also injured. They got crutches in the dugout in Boston. Next batter is in Tampa Bay, rather, in the Boston dugout. Next batter is Adrian Beltre. Fouls that one off his back knee and limps away, but he would stay in the game. Another scare for the Red Sox, though. Top 7 now. Red Sox down 2-1. Newman Romero, he's Youkilis' replacement. And Lance Cormier gets him. Rays get out of the threat. Jeff Neiman went 6 innings, held Boston to 4 hits. Bottom 8, Carl Crawford off Hideki Okajima. Crawford's 8th, and the Rays up 3-1. So now here comes Rafael Soriano. 4 saves in the last 5 days. Gave up a run. Top 9, Sox down 3-2. He'll intentionally walk David Ortiz, so runners on the corners now. And the next batter is Romero. And Soriano will take care of him. 23rd save in 24 attempts. Rays stay in second with a 3-2 win. They've won 4 in a row in 6 of their last. Tigers ERA at 6 since that perfect game that wasn't. He started for the Tigers Tuesday, but one of his teammates finished. Johnny Damon, that's career hit number 2,500, and he gets a standing ovation from the crowd. He said that ball is going in his trophy case. Top 7, Tigers up 1-0, Nick Markakis. That ball is going into the people. 2-run shot for Markakis. The Orioles up 2-1. Bottom 9 now. Orioles up 5-3. Miguel Cabrera doing something about it. He said he was just trying to make contact against Alfredo Simon. and he made pretty good contact. Game tied at 5, and they went to extras. Bottom 11, game still tied. Damon said that this ball, which turned out to be number 2501, is the one that he'll remember from this game.
The 0-2 pitch, swinging a fly ball, right field, it's way back, and that ball is gone! An absolute no-doubter walk-off home run for Johnny Damon.
All right, what a night for Damon as the Tigers win at 7-5. Twins, the other horse.
Oh, that mustache.
Something about facial hair gets Neil going. That's Carl Pavano to Dwayne Wise, and that one's going. Wise with the second home run of the season. Pavano, 6 1/3, 8 hits, 6 earned runs. Wise with the second home run of the season. Top 6, Justin Morneau of Jesse Lynch. Morneau is 18th of the season. Twins down 5-3. Top 7, now tied at 5. Joe Mauer getting in on the act off Brian Talent, former Tiger. Mauer's 4th of the season. Twins up 6-5. We go top 8 now, tied at 6, went on. Denard Span off Scott Downs. This will score Delman Young. Young had 3 hits. He's one of the players vying for that fan vote into the All-Star game. Twins win at 7-6. He said he had his lucky eastbound and ball. Cardinals visiting the Rockies. We're picking up top of the 6th. Cardinals up 6-2. 2 on, 2 out for Matt Holliday. Hey now, he's an All-Star of Julius Chassin. Holliday's 12th of the year. In just his second trip to Coors as a visitor. And the Cardinals go up 9-2. Now, bottom of the 9th, Rockies down 9-3. 2 on, 1 out. Dennis Reyes walks Clint Barmas. Miguel Olivo scores on a pass ball. So it's 9-4 Cardinals. They're still up 5, and it is the bottom of the 9th. Ryan Franklin would relieve Reyes, and he would live a nightmare. The Rockies down 9-4. Chris Iannetta, his 5th of the season. The Rockies now down 9-7, but still down to their final 2 outs. Next batter is Dexter Fowler. That's going to be trouble. That'll be good for a double, but still 1 on, 1 out. And you just get out of the inning and move on. Next batter is Brad Hawpe over to shortstop. Fowler able to move to 3rd on the play, but there's 2 away. So the Cardinals just need 1 more out, and that's the ball game. Okay. All right, runner on 3rd, 2 outs now for Carlos Gonzalez. Gonzalez, base hit. Fowler comes in to score. Now, Colorado had stranded 13 runners before the 9th, but now they're within 1. Did I mention this at the bottom of the 9th?
Well, yeah, and it was all but over.
Yeah. The next batter is Jason Giambi. Giambi with a base hit. Randy Wynn can't handle it. And look at Gonzalez. He's going to score all the way from 1st and tie the game at 9. So now the next batter is Miguel Olivo. And Olivo with a base hit. The pinch runner, Aaron Cook, going to take 3rd on this one. Still 2 outs in the 9th.
So we'll go to extra innings.
Just get it to extra innings and try to win it there. Seth Smith at the plate now. What do you think of the beard, Neil?
Love it.
And the fans in Colorado love that. 9-run 9th inning for Colorado, and it ends with a walk-off moment for Smith. His 12th home run of the season caps off the largest 9th inning comeback in Rockies history as they beat the Cardinals 12-9. It left even their manager scratching his head.
And the Braves, Raul Ibanez would like to change that. Bottom 1, Phillies down 1, 1 on. Ibanez off Jair Jurgens, 7th of the season. Jurgens so good in his first start back from the DL. This is his 2nd start. He's got an awful ERA on the road this season, above about 11.5. Top 7, game tied at 2, 2 outs. Martin Prado off Cole Hamels, his 8th. Braves up 3-2. Bottom 7, they walked Ibanez. Ryan Howard going to triple off the hole. He's going to be in the 3rd standing up. Here's why in part, because Matt Diaz got all spinned around, or Diaz, excuse me. Howard stranded at 3rd with no outs. Wow. Top 11, game still tied. Phillies deep into the bullpen. David Herndon gives up the double to Diaz. Said it was his #1 ballpark to hit it. He went 3 for 5, and the Braves went on the mound. Bottom 4, Nats up 3-2. Ryan Zimmerman wants that fan vote to be an all-star. He goes yard. It's 4-2 on the solo shot. Top 8, 5-4 Nationals. 2-on-1 at Oscar Salazar pinch hitting. There's a double play ball, but Ian Desmond, Major League leading 21st error, run scores, game tied. Let's go top 9, still tied. 1 on, 2 out. Scott Hairston against Matt Capps down the left field line. Jerry Hairston, friend of the program, going to score from first, but it's Willingham to Desmond to Rodriguez to out. Game remains tied, bottom 9. Zimmerman, Luke Gregerson, the 0-1 fastball. By and by. Second home run of the game, 15-16 on the season. The Nationals going to win 6-5. 50 going to have to wait for the Dads.
The Reds and Mets from New York. Johan Santana just 1-6 in his last 7 starts, but he got no run support in those starts. You see the numbers right there. So he took matters into his own hands. Bottom third, Santana at the plate, Matt Maloney on the mound, and Santana just keeps fouling off pitches. 1-1 count there, another foul. 1-2 count, another foul. 182 at-bats for Santana, a career 166 hitter, I should say. So that's 5 foul balls down in this at-bat. 1-2 count, that's 6. Took a ball for a 2-2 count, that's 7 foul balls. And Santana continuing to fight off pitches on a hot night when he had a lengthy stay on the mound. Then the 2-2 pitch, he got around on that one. Remember that one. That's the 9th foul ball. The next pitch, the 12th pitch of the at-bat. And Santana gets around on that one, too. Solo shot makes it 1-0 Mets. Maloney said, I threw him everything I had. Santana's first home run of his career, and he gets a curtain call on a day in New York where temperatures hit 103 degrees. Now, Pete Falcone in '81, the only Mets pitcher to homer in his own shutout until Santana did it, too. 3 hits, 5 Ks, first shutout.
For freedom, let's roll for truth. Let's roll Tuesdays. Top 10 plays. We begin Pirates-Astros. First batter of the game, Jose Tabata. Softly, and Hunter Pence, a sliding catch, narrowly avoiding Jeff Keppinger. More from this game later.
And number 9, Braves and Phillies. Jimmy Rollins at the plate. The former MVP, but it's not about him. It's about Omar Infante, backhanded. And this is no backhanded compliment when we say, that was a great play.
Mark it 8, dude, and turn it up to 11, Juice.
Tucker inbounding. He gets it to Pargo. 2-1 in the lane, and it goes at the buzzer. Jeremy Pargo hits the game-winning shot for the Charlotte Bobcats. An exciting finish.
Former member of America's team.
Yeah, I knew you would be excited about that. Twins and Jays at number 7, Michael Kadire. Great Bridge, Virginia. Chesapeake in the house. Look at Kadire get down and get it up in time to make the throw. Twins going to win at 7-6.
I've got the Summer League vibe going. Pacers, Nets here. Josh McRoberts feeds Paul George.
Oh.
Ringo turns 70 on Wednesday.
To the rookie, Paul George.
Number 5, Orioles and Tigers. 2 on and 2 outs. Don Kelly with the diving grab, and that'll end the inning. And Kelly, all kind of sunlight, and grass, and everything to deal with, he made the grab.
Braves, Phillies. The Phillies had just 3 hits in this game. One reason is they're not swinging it well, and another reason is that they got robbed, like there, by Yunel Escobar taking one away from Raul Ibanez.
Number 3, Pirates and Astros once again. Chris Johnson in the NFL, you know that guy? He's really fast. The Chris Johnson in the Major League, that guy right there, well, he can jump. And the Astros going to win at 6-2.
At 2, walk-offs, please. Seth Smith. Tongue thruster. Say that 3 times fast. Walk-off for the Rockies, Johnny Damon. Walk-off for the Tigers, Ryan Zimmerman. Walk-off for the Nationals. 1 shot ain't enough, Jack. You better make it 3.
And at number 1 from the World Cup, the Netherlands and Uruguay.
Now Van Bronckhorst with pace. Oh! It is an absolute firecracker from Giovanni Van Bronckhorst. 1-0 Holland.
Oh, they're done. Netherlands moving on.